What does that mean? You got kids everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids, about 4 women. You're not high value. Oh, we're going there tonight. That's why I say people who are music, athletics, or entertainment are not automatically put in a high value category because their money comes differently. Number one, and number two, because so many of them tend to lack sexual discipline. Less than 10% of your time needs to be devoted to dealing with women. When you're a single man, you need to be spending 95% or more of your time, or 93% or more of your time on your purpose. 7% for women. But see, far too many guys out there be like, man, I wish I could be doing what you do, man. If I was in Atlanta and doing what you do, I'd be cutting and I'd be doing. And that's why you're never going to be nothing, never going to go nowhere. Because how much is enough?
All right. He's absolutely correct. We're going to be talking about that topic tonight, because tonight is going to be that topic that many men, we talk about in the barbershops, but we don't talk about it personally, especially on YouTube as often as we should. That post-nut clarity. Post-nut clarity, as we all know, is when you with your lady friend and you're having a great time. What ends up happening after you get done with her, the one that you pursued feverishly for so long, and you find out she wasn't even worth the wait. She wasn't even worth the hookup. She don't look like that no more. Tomorrow morning is here. You done came all the way down here to Colombia for that, huh? For the one that you're looking at right now, just imagine it's tomorrow morning. You're in Cartagena, Colombia. You're in Thailand, Pattaya. You are in Sosúa, Dominican Republic. It's the next mother morning, and you staying at that. You paid for that. You paid for her drinks. You paid for her meals. You paid to hang out with her. And at the end of the day, you paying the price because of post-nut clarity has shown you this wasn't even what I was looking for. We're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to hear a little bit from what the lead attorney had to say about this particular topic, as well as a channel, We Need to Talk. This is a great African-American discussion channel that many of us need to make sure that we subscribe to. But before we get started, let's get a little bit of mood music. You know how we do on this channel. Get us some mood music going. Hope everybody's having a great night. Just in case you've never been here before, this is Andre and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders. Shout out to all you guys that are here already, such as my man Bobby in the building, checking in early. Stefano always letting us know, hola mi gente, mi familia. He said, let's get ready to enjoy another show. Get your notepads out, because this one's gonna be deep. Oh, it's gonna be a deep one. Don't forget to hit that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. We got 15 in the building, so make sure we got at least 15 likes. That invites other individuals into the live stream. You say push that button on your way in and keep it clean in the chat like you always do, gentlemen and ladies. I appreciate that. We got a good one tonight. Believe you me. 7 areas in which you can walk in post-nut clarity 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, while you're here in Cartagena, here in Cali, here in Bogota, in Mexico, Cancun, in Rio de Janeiro. Post-nut clarity in Rio? Yes, you can actually have some post-nut clarity before you even bust up in that chick. There's some things that you don't have to worry about ignoring anymore, even before you bust up in her. Just think about how many things you think about literally the minute after, or a few hours or a few days after you done been with a particular female. I know I done had post-nut clarity many a times. If you have had post-nut clarity more than 3 times in your life, put a 1 in the comment section, because I know I'm the first one to put a 1 in the comment section right now. If you have had post-nut clarity at least 3 times in your life, to where after you done busted the chick, you thought, yeah, this ain't gonna work for me. This ain't worth it. What was I thinking? I know I've had plenty of what was I thinking moments. What the heck, Andre? There was times I want to slap myself up. What was you thinking, bruh? What was you thinking? I know I done had at least 3 times I done had, and I'm talking about some of the finest ones. Is it just me, or is it some of the finest ones that give you the post and that clarity? You be thinking like, ooh, man, I'm gonna put it all in her booty hole, from her booty hole to her mouth. I'm gonna be nutting all in her ear. And then she got 2 ears, so I'm busting both ears. Yeah, she gonna give me some elbow sex. Yeah, Ooh, her elbow so tender too. Oh yeah, we gonna do all that. We doing all that. I'm gonna be just so nasty with this one. Ooh, and she got a green eye and a blue eye. I'm gonna make her look me right in the eyes while she's sucking it too. You told yourself all this. You ain't even walked up on her yet. Don't act like it's just me. I know when I was single and I saw something fine, I done had the sexual exploits go through my mind in 7 seconds, long before I said hello. Ooh, look at all that. Ooh, I'm a bust all over top of that. I'm a bust on top of that. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, and she chocolate too. So yeah. Ooh, her booty gonna be shining when I get done with it. It's gonna be so shiny. Hello, my name is Andre. Don't act like I'm the only one. Don't act like I'm the only one. Shout out to you guys in here. Once again, we got my man Tevin in the building. Shout out to you, man, for being here. Also, my man, our Canadian friend, Black Nubians, in the building representing. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you very much. Canadian boys at it again. Is Clyde? Hey, that's Mr. Brazil right there. Right there. Tobias, the traveler. Don't forget the. Or is it the traveler? Tobias, the traveler. Others have traveled, but not like Tobias. Shout out to Tobias. Brandon's in the building, Mr. H himself. Shout out to you. Steve is in the building. We got 24 in the building. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like me too. I'm just drinking some water tonight. It is not Friday night drinking hand, but you all can have one if you want. But we're going to watch a video in a few moments, let a few more guys come in. But we're going to shout out one of my Mr. Hamilton's, one of them Tampa boys, one of my homeboys right there. Shout out to you, Keith, being in the building. Tampa. I was just talking to a friend of mine. I see the weather's looking great there in Tampa right about now. A little warm, but hey, still good. Salute to you too, Brandon. Now, as I was saying, when it comes to when you're traveling, one of the things that you travel for, okay, we travel for the culture, cool. We travel, the cost of living is great, cool. We travel because we're having fun and enjoying ourselves and the party are popping, cool. But let's be real, fellas. Many of us, we are traveling because them women so dang fine. They look so delicious. We are tired of being in a country where 70% of the women, whether they be black or white, are obese. Aren't you just tired of just walking into Walmart and you like this? You just walking with your cart, going straight to the bread aisle, going straight to get your meat, going to go get you some eggs and go home. Ain't no eye candy nowhere. You ain't following nobody down aisle 3. You been in Walmart for 20 minutes. You ain't seen nothing that caught your eye. Aisle 3, aisle 15. You ain't seen nothing fine over walking past the auto area in Walmart, in the home center area of Walmart. Ain't nothing fine over there. Ain't nothing fine in the floral section. You looking over there at the gift counter. You look at ain't nobody fine. Checkout counter, ain't nobody fine, is it? You been in Walmart, you just get to the door of your Walmart. Ain't gonna be no eye candy. Ain't none but obese women walking through your Walmart. So here's what you do. Maybe next time you go shopping, I'm going to Target. It got to be some fine women in there. Nope, it's just white fat women. So now you walking into Target, you like, let me go get these 3 t-shirts and 2 pairs of socks and get on up out of here. Ain't no eye candy in the Target in the United States. You can't find it in Kroger's. Where is the missing eye candy in the United States? You sure can't find it in the club because all that is fake. You can't find it in Walmart. You can't even find it in church. Everybody in church bigger than what they need to be. They need to spread the pews. It used to sit 10 people to a pew. Now only sit like 4 to 5 women in a pew. It ain't right. It ain't fair to your eyes. Even a married man enjoys eye candy. So now you come to another country and you here for the ladies, the fun, yes, the culture, yes, the foods, yes, the cost of living. But you here also because you want to enjoy the ladies. But then a lot of guys make the mistake with the particular ladies that they're choosing. But if they had 24/7 post-nut clarity, would you have chosen that woman? I want to say that again. When you came to DR and that woman you dealt with, would you have chosen her again after you had post-nut clarity? If you had that clarity of mind prior to, would you have chose that chick? I know plenty of chicks, dudes, after I bust, dude, I never want to see them again in life. Is it just me? It was women I despised after I nutted. It was women I was like, what, Andre, what are you doing? There were women that I would be embarrassed to tell my friends about, and they was fine. Embarrassed to tell my friends I done beat this one down and bust up in and bust on her back. That's what post-nut clarity will do. The one that you think is the finest one, the one that you spend extra money on, and you swear, I gotta have that one. Post-nut clarity will tell you, what the hell was you thinking? You weren't even drinking last night, and you don't even smoke weed, and you don't even do ecstasy. So why did you bring her back to your Airbnb? We're gonna talk about how to walk in 24/7 post-nut clarity. We're going to get started in a few more minutes. I'm gonna give it 4 more minutes, and then we're going to get started. We got 27 people in the building. Make sure we click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. Shout out again to Stefano and all you guys that have come into the live stream. Make sure you guys support the Patreon. I appreciate all you Patreon supporters. You guys are doing a great job. All you guys also, if you're interested in consultations, my schedule is open for next week. This week, we're full. Next week, we're open doing consultations for those that are looking to relocate to another country and you're trying to do it the correct way, not just Colombia, because a lot of this information that we share applies to any country that you're either visiting or relocating to. We got information for you in regards to that. And we are very thorough, extremely thorough with the consultation. Taylor Made Dreams and Richie Mack always tease me because they like, man, you give out too much information. You too thorough. Shout out to my man Global in the building, the global homie with the Kobe, as well as my man Mr. Gilmore. But yeah, man, I kid you not. I remember one time, y'all know I always got story time. Y'all know I always got story time. I remember I was kicking it with this female. She was an Indian from the reservation. I think some of you guys heard me mention this. Gorgeous dude. I'm talking about jet black hair. You know how Native Americans are. That jet black blue, beautiful hair. And she just had the greenest eyes, dude. And dude, that Native American tan. I mean, she had it all. She was about 5'8". Body was crazy body. I ain't even know Native Americans came built like that sometime. I ain't know that. Dude, after I busted her, I couldn't wait to get rid of her. She had that annoying talk through your nose, Kim Kardashian nasal sound. That she had that voice. She was unemployed. She was just hustling dudes for money in the States. She would just find a couple dudes that was some simps, get money from them, and that's how she took care of her and her daughters. Basically, sugar daddies. Me, I wouldn't give up that type of money. That wasn't gonna happen. Your boy ain't coming out of nothing. You can tell me no. It ain't gonna break me heart. You can't get this coochie, Andre. Okay, I understand. I ain't got that type of money or time. So I understood, but it didn't go down like that with me. And dude, when I got done with it, it wasn't even worth it. I swear some of the most attractive women have some of the trashiest sex that you ever had. I can easily attest some of my worst sexual experiences were with some of the finest women that I've ever been with. When you find you a fine woman that's a combination of the nastiest, freakiest, wildest, and she attractive, bruh, go ahead and marry her. I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you straight out the gate. Straight out the gate. I couldn't wait to get away from her. Couldn't wait to get out. Anytime you get done busting a nut and you felt more at ease and free walking out her front door than you did when you was laying in her bed, that's a sign and a half for you. Okay. So, I see I ain't the only one. I ain't the only one that's been in this predicament where you have something that was so, you swear that the sex level of a woman is equivalent to her beauty. For all you do, just coming to Colombia, going to Brazil, going to Thailand, and you thinking that the finest one gonna always be the freakiest one, I got something to tell you. That's part of having 24-hour post-nut clarity. Take females off pedestal. That's number one. Take them off that pedestal, man, immediately. I mean this one. If I could get guys to realize any one of the other points that I'm going to make, the 7 points that I'm going to make tonight, that would be probably my first one. Don't put women on a pedestal before you get to that country. I heard Brazilian women like that, not the one you slept with, not that first one, maybe the third one, but not that first one. I heard Colombian women is that, don't do that. I don't care what your boy's saying. I don't care what hype he brought about Colombian women. I heard women from Japan do that. Dude, until you experience it for yourself, don't be going by them fantasies from Fantasy Island that them other partners be giving. I don't care if they've been with 10 of the finest ones, and you looking at her like, ooh, she fine. Dude, I promise you, at least 50-50. Stop me when I'm lying in the comment section. At least 50% of the fine chicks, if not 60% of the finest women you will have, the sex is trash. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that the sex with an ugly chick with a scar across her face, you need to be with. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you need to be with Respucia. I ain't saying run the big girls. I mean, if you're a single dude, I would rather gamble on having some good sex from a hot chick than gamble on going through a horde of big chicks trying to find some good sex. I'd rather go with the sixes on ups. When I say six, I'm talking about Colombian South America six. I ain't talking about that ugly, that funny looking North American six that y'all got up there. Please don't think I'm talking about that. But if that was me, what's my point in saying all that, man? Take your time. Enjoy your journey. Your journey is not the next man's journey. So don't go to these other countries and hype these women up in your mind so much before you get off the plane, because this, like I say, this is one of 7 ways you can have post-nut clarity 24 hours a day. First thing, take them off that mental pedestal. I mean it. Yes, she got a fat butt. Yes, those breasts are looking crazy. Her lips are those lips that kind of like, they're just perfect. Yes, she's got dimples. Yes, she's got curly. All that. I ain't mad at you about that. What I'm saying is, when it's time for everything to go down, bruh, you got a 60% chance that her sex might be trash, and you hyped her up in your head. And I'm gonna tell you what's been killing the pay-for-play game. Killing it. The pay-for-play game in South America, Central America, the Caribbeans has been going down in flames. Flames. The price has inflated like crazy, even before the inflation. I'm gonna tell you why. The quality of women that y'all used to go through plummets. Y'all think y'all messing with some fine ones? Y'all paying more for trashy women than what dudes in DR not even 7 years ago was paying not even half that price and was getting better quality. Dudes were constantly talking about, hey fellas, in the WhatsApp, hey fellas, I got one for y'all. I got one for the whole facts. I got one for the whole facts, fellas. Here's her number, blah, 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 blah. Tell her I sent you, so forth and so forth. Brother, I used to hear that all the time. She gonna take care of you. Now, all y'all do is complain about the prices and ain't nobody talk about, man, she doing some, I don't know what she doing. She doing some magic trick. Nobody talks like that. And then when I see the quality of women that y'all got, you flew across the ocean for that? You could have stayed home for that. The quality of women that's drugging dudes and robbing them, there don't never be no fine chick. It's always some ugly, raggedy, everyday, regular Colombian looking chick. They look like she just got off the bus. There'll never be a dime to where I can at least say, man, she fine. I can see how she drugs somebody. Don't never be that. There's always be some regular, random looking Colombian chick that done got y'all and robbed y'all. But here's the kicker with pay for play. As long as you keep putting women on a pedestal in your mind before you get off the plane, what's going to happen is you're going to continue to overprice the market. That's why pay for play now is $100, $150 in DR, in Cartagena, in other parts of the world, because enough of you guys, not all of you guys, but enough of us got off a plane with this preconceived notion that a fine chick is equal to freakiness. Fine equals freaky. And that wasn't true in the States, and it's not true here. And so you overpaid for fine, got her in bed. She gave you half a show, because by the time you got in bed, it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. She tired from all the other dudes that have been beating her up since 4 o'clock in the morning. She been getting smashed around the clock. And then here you go, the last dude, and you get her in your bed. She not about to give you quality service. And you about to pay $150, $250. Let me put it in pesos. 400,000 pesos. 300,000 pesos. 200,000 pesos for something that looks good, but was not the quality. And now you got posting that you wish that you knew. Yeah, she's a zombie at that time period. By the time and some of you guys don't realize that. If anything, at least us that go to brothels in the afternoon, we know that she's well nourished. She just got back from her lunch break. She's stretched. She's good. She's ready. The brothel girl, they ready. I'm ready for a round two. I've been nourished. My stomach's full. Okay, who's here? All you dudes that be waiting till the club about to close, you stand outside and you just so happen to get her. The rest of us are looking at you like, what the? So now you take her to your Airbnb with that comfortable bed with the double mattress. She ain't never slept on a double mattress outside of when she was doing pay for play. Her house ain't got no double mattress. And here you come with the double mattress of your Airbnb. She ready to go to sleep now. You paying her, you overpaying her because you see her beauty. She give you half service. And now she about to sleep in your Airbnb overnight, and you are paying for overnight. Fellas, do y'all want to hear me say something? Other than an escort, I don't see how y'all paying for chicks to stay overnight. I'm sorry. We're about to get to this video in a second. We got 46 people here about to get started with this video. I don't see how you paying for overnight. An hour? Yeah. 2 hours? Yeah. Overnight? No, boo. After I get done bussing and going through this post-nut clarity, you need to have an Uber waiting for you. It's 3:30 in the morning. This your city. Stop being scared. There be an Uber waiting for you. I don't care if it's a motorcycle. I don't care what a moto. I don't care what it is. But you ain't gonna be in my Airbnb sleeping, snorting, and farting, and I'm paying for it, you still on the clock. That's the part that get me. Not the fact that she's in your bed, the fact that she's literally sleeping on the clock and you gotta pay for it. Somebody please help me understand that stupidity. I never understood overnight pay for play. Never. And some of you dudes that have done it, please, y'all, some of y'all, we got 46, 45 dudes here. I know many of you dudes that had an overnighter. Please explain to me the common sense of having an overnighter. Oh, you can wake up in the morning and hit it? Okay, I get it. Me personally, she could come back in the morning. If you go ahead, go on home, baby, get you some rest and meet me over here at 8:30 for another hour round. But I'm not about to sit up here and pay for sleep. She like a taxi. The meter's still running. Why is she sleeping in your crib? What sense does that make? That's because you are not walking in post-nut clarity. Let's get started with the video, guys. Take those women. Yeah, the Passport Panther is at it again. I like that photo, brother. Shout out to my man, the new Black Panther. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get started with this video. The video that we have today, one of them is by the lead attorney, my man. Make sure you guys subscribe to lead attorney's channel. He's always giving great information, especially from the perspective of individuals that basically, let me see which window I want to use. Let's try this one. There we go. Basically, individuals that, you know, dealing with litigations, lead attorney has information regarding that, regarding family law. This let's get started. He was doing a live stream a couple of days ago, and the subject matter of post-nut clarity came up. And this is what lead attorney had to say about it.
Shout out to JB. JB says Lil Boosie needed post-nut clarity in advance. Right. Man, if we could get that in advance. If you
can't hear it, let me know.
That solves 75% of men's problems right there. Minimum. Honestly, it's 95%. If men could walk around with post-nut clarity just on the strength.
Let me make sure, because I
don't even know if humanity would exist, because we would not put up with the bullshit that we do. You know, we would not feel all the need to do all this crazy stuff for sex, and there wouldn't be results like this. Man, you're really breaking it down. That post-nut clarity, boy, that is against nature. Nature cannot allow us to have post-nut clarity. In fact, let me write this shit down. We need to walk around as men with post-nut clarity 24/7. 24/7. So shout out to the Little Gaming Channel. Says, this is what you get when you don't pull out the hood rag. Yes. 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 And can we be honest, guys, man? Can we be honest? Have we all not seen a woman and just something in us was like, man, I'd knock that up. I would knock that bitch would be so pregnant. You ever seen her? I mean, guys, let's be honest. Like, we're all on YouTube right now. We're like, no. But you see that damn 9.125, you're like, I had that bitch lactating for 2 years, 24 months lactating, never stopped. Milk just flowing, Lee. The milk was flowing. It should be so good sometimes, man. What do we not have? We don't have post-nut clarity. Now, when she start lactating, oh, it's gonna be clear. We're gonna be post-nut clarity to 1,000% when she actually starts lactating. But before we hit, oh my God. Let's be honest, guys. We've all been in it, and we're just like, I don't fucking care. I don't care. Have a child. It's okay. It feels so good. It's okay. Like, it's fine. I like you. It just feels so good, though. But man, is that not the number one trick nature has played on men? Is that not the number one trick in all of humanity, having men think that it's going to be sweet, having men think, have a kid. Oh, it's so good, so warm, just like, oh my God. And then 45 days later, when she come to you with that goddamn stick, she done peed all over her hand and the stick and everything. You're just like, oh, why, Lord. I need a miracle. I know she's not going to abort this kid, Lord. I need a miracle. I know I've called you before, Lord. I've called on you in times of need. And I said I was not going to be in this position, Lord. But here I am, good Lord. I need one more blessing, Lord. Lord God, please, Lord God, like do something, man. Don't do this to me. Lord God. Lord God. I don't hear you. Are you there? Are you there, Lord God? Lord God, I need you. Can you hear me, Lord God? Oh, don't let me knock this chick up, man. Don't do it to me, Lord God. Don't do it to me. Not in this one. The one from 2 weeks ago, okay, that was fine, but not this one, Lord. Oh my God. We've all been there, guys. Have we not? I fucked up my shit again. It is so tough to be a man. Bro. Shout out to the Quiet Store, man. It says, if men had regular post-nut clarity, no one would be married in the world. Okay. If men, I mean, this is 95% true. Guys, I hate to say this because it's going off code. I will say this. There are a few marriages that work. There are. Now, work is a real word, right? Work. But if you look past way down the end of the road at a lifetime and they look back, they're like, man, 40 years, we went through a bunch of shit, but it was worth it. We would do it again. That does happen. I would say that happens between 5 to 10% of the time. But outside of that 5% of the time, the quiet storm is exactly right. Marriage is just, ugh. You need to find your 5%ers and your 10%ers, and then to get a prenup. Shout out to Andre and Andrea Love Crossing Borders up in the house. Shout out to them. Says she sounds like she's speaking from her mother's pain. Facts. And not being with her. See that again. She sounds like she's speaking from her mother's pain from not being with her. Her pain sounds too adult for a 16-year-old. Facts. Mom is a demon in her ear. Yes, by the way, don't be surprised if I use that 24-hour post-nut clarity on a live. Yeah. That's what we need, guys. Not only do we need post-nut clarity in advance, like our brother said, we really need it 24 hours a day. How effective would we be? Women would be hurt. Women do not want this. Because if there was post-nut clarity 24 hours a day, there wouldn't be all this simping going on. There wouldn't be all this OnlyFans shit going on. These women would have to work. They would have to play ball. But nature is not set up for men to force women to play ball. Because they got something that we want. And you might be like, oh, I don't want it. Let me tell you, there are billions of men who do. The fact that your particular ass don't want it ain't changing nothing about nature. It's people in Argentina, people in Italy, people in the Congo, people in Michigan, people in Mexico. It's men all over this world straight simping. Because they lack post-nut clarity. We've all been there. Shout out to my man Andre. Is exactly right.
All right. The lead attorney is absolutely correct. Let me turn my volume down. Lead attorney is absolutely correct. There are two groups of individuals that benefit from us having a lack of post-nut clarity. Two individuals. First individual is the women. Women benefit from the fact that we don't have a clarity of mind when it comes to sexual activity. It's been like that since the dawn of time. All men are wired like that. All men. From pastor, prophet to priest. All men are wired somewhat like that. And so that's what takes place. But a lot of times what we don't realize also is that this also benefits or breeds, AKA the simp. He's right. He said, need a little bit more volume. Can you hear me now? But either way, AKA the simp. Let me see how I sound. Let me see my volume. Let me check my volume on my own. See how I sound. Okay, cool. There we go. But that's the problem. The two individuals are benefiting so much from the fact that men don't have post-nut clarity. The simp does it. He loves that world. Simps love not having post-nut clarity. They love living in the fantasy. They love dreaming. Dude, most of the dudes sat back and they got drugs. Most guys, not all guys, but most guys that come to Colombia and get drugs because they had a false perception of what this woman was going to be. You actually thought because she's beautiful, she's safe. Let's be real. When it comes to this, guys, come on, let's be real. When it comes to coming to South America, a lot of you guys do this. A lot of us, we're men, a lot of us do this. We come here and assume things about beauty. We assume if you're beautiful, you're safe. We assume if you're beautiful, you're a freak. We assume that if you're beautiful, you're available. Even if you got somebody, hey, you're available for me. We make a lot of assumptions about a person based on, or especially a woman in another country, based off their looks. If she's beautiful and she speaks a little English with the Medellin accent to it, with a Latin accent in her English, like my wife Andrea, you assume that this person is ladylike. You assume that this person has your best interest at heart. In a sense, you come to these other countries, and many of you had never been there except for a few times. You think that you know the country and know the people and know the women just because they're beautiful. And so you overpay. Like I said, the number one cause of pay for play being so high from when I came down here, it was only 60,000 pesos. Dudes used to only pay $17 for pay for play from some of the baddest ones. Baddies were like maybe 80,000. But how did the prices change so much, Andre? Because dudes kept coming down here with assumptions that beauty meant this or beauty meant that. You just go down to Cartagena or go to Medellin or go to Sosúa or go to Pattaya. You see beauty. Hey, that must mean, and you tell your mind, that must mean. And whatever that what mean is, you fall for it. She's beautiful. That must mean she's safe. That must mean the sex is going to be good. That must mean we're going to get along. That must mean she's not going to overcharge me. That must mean she won't drug and rob me. Why? Because she's beautiful. That must mean, and that's what a lot of dudes get off the plane doing. You playing that must mean game. And most of the time you find out that it's not true. You find out that the female, because she's beautiful, her sex was trash. You paying full price for it. Because she's beautiful, she's overcharging you. Because she's beautiful, you let your guards down, and now she can slip something in your drink. You guys saw the video that we just dropped this week. Guy in the States, guy meets girl, takes girl back to his apartment. Girl drugs him. She was very attractive, according to the police in the elevator footage. Robs him for $600,000 worth of jewelry. How she got access to his safe and everything else to get access to $600,000 worth of jewelry, I don't know. But all she had to do was do one thing. Be beautiful. If you want to walk in 24/7 post-nut clarity, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, don't give power to beauty. Get to know that person to see if what you expect is true. This is $400,000 coochie. I mean, 400,000 pesos coochie. All right. I give you $250 right now. If it's worth 400,000 after we get done, next go round, we doing 400,000. But I'm not giving you 400,000 for the first go round. So you're gonna take this 210. You said 250. I changed my mind. 210. Now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You want this 210,000, or do you want to walk away and you ain't got it in your pocket? What you gonna tell your pimp? I'll take the 210. Okay, I'm gonna see you 200. What? You said 210. Yeah, I changed my mind. I'm gonna see you a text that says we agree on 200, and you're gonna respond back in the text saying yes or no. Oh, y'all guys don't do that? Oh, y'all wonder why you dudes in DR get caught up and the females be changing the prices on y'all and Cartagena also? Because you don't text. See, you ain't going to the brothel because the brothel already got the prices established. You ain't doing that. That's in the afternoon. You just trying to wild out in the clubs, pop bottles, and then meet a little something after. But you so drunk, you forget, okay, you say 200,000 pesos? Cool. I'm gonna shoot. Give me a text. Give me your number. Shoot you a text. Yes, 200,000 pesos. Yeah, for all the nastiness that I deserve. Yeah, all the nastiness I deserve. Send. Now I need for you to send me a response saying Andre, yes, or Andre, no, on the price that we agreed on. See, half y'all dudes be getting up in there. And the chick be changing the prices on y'all getting off into argument. All that was a setup. Now here's what he gonna do. I'm gonna change the price, but then he gonna argue with us, girl. Don't let him talk, let him be mad, but he gonna give us the money. We can start we just say policia, and just they gonna give up the money. Yeah, girl, it always works. Girl, you know American men stupid. You know European men stupid. You know Asian men stupid. You know men in our country, they stupid. Why? Because we don't walk in 24/7 post-nut clarity. It's usually after we bust, we realize this chick wasn't even worth my time. And she fine. Man, she fine. But she still ain't worth my time. So that's why I say the first thing you want to do is take her off that pedestal. Numero dos, you want to make sure that you don't go for that for false expectations. That's number 2. Like I was just saying, dude, you think this just because she's beautiful, then this must mean, and that's not true. I'm gonna say it again. That's not true. How many of y'all right now are in a relationship with the hottest chick that you ever been with? Put a 1 in the comment. Are you currently with the most beautiful woman that you have ever been with in your 30, 40, 25, 60 years of life? The most beautiful, sexiest. I mean, her body was banging, breasts perfect, nipples pointed to the air. She had dimples, everything else. I'm talking about even her chin was gorgeous. She had little cleft, everything. How many of y'all right now are in a relationship or at least smashing the most beautiful, attractive woman that you've ever been with? I can't put up my hand. I ain't with that heifer. Oh, I'm with a beautiful woman. Many of you are with beautiful women right now. Many of you will be smashing when you come to these other countries, some beautiful women. But you ain't with the most beautiful that you ever had. You know why? Because you found that there was something about her that beyond her beauty, it was not worth keeping it around. Just like I was telling you about the Native American woman. She was not worth keeping around. Dude, once I finally got I'm talking about beautiful sister. Beautiful Native American. Just that skin was it was like, you know how Native American women are, it's like that brown and then it has that like red undertone about it. Beautiful complexions. You know how Native American women hair got that like glisten to it? With green, jet black hair with green eyes. And not the dark green eyes. I'm talking about the really light green eyes. They look like they almost white. That's how she looked. I couldn't wait to get rid of her. After I think I smashed twice, never called her back. She blew up my phone for months. Never called. I was not going to waste my time. There are women that are gorgeous that you cannot, for some of you guys that have never been with a gorgeous woman, I promise you, it ain't all it's cracked up to be all the time. Now, do men such as myself and other guys want attractive women such as yourselves want attractive women? Yes. But I'm telling you, bruh, in all sincerity, to keep a, sometimes it's their mouth, even though they sexy. Sometimes it's that attitude, even though they sexy. Sometimes they so diva, even though they sexy. Sometimes they just too expensive, even though they sexy. Sometimes they just a pain in the ass, even though they sexy. Do not, one of the ways that you will be able to walk in 24-hour post-nut clarity, do not get off that plane with false expectations and beliefs about attractive women, when those of us who have been with attractive women can tell you 60% of the time that coochie ain't what it's cracked up to be. Every once in a while you get one that's fine and she freaky. But most of them that's that fine don't think that they need to be freaky because I'm fine. I kid you not, fellas. Don't get caught up on that one. Please don't get caught up on that one. Continue to pursue gorgeous women, but do not have a false expectation, meaning putting them on a pedestal. Don't do that. The next thing, before we look at the next video, and I'm about to go to the comment section in a minute, guys. The next thing is convenient sex. If you want to walk in 24-hour post-nut clarity, do not always go for the convenient sex. Convenient sex is saved for the wintertime when you got a fat chick on the other side of the city with a cute face. That's convenient sex. Convenient sex is your baby mama. That's convenient sex. Convenient sex is your ex-girlfriend who still love you, who's still looking good from high school. That's convenient sex. But to come to Colombia and come smashing these chicks because it's convenient and you only go for convenient sex, meaning only pay for play, only party girls, only scammers. If that's what you're doing, that's because it's convenient and you think that it's too hard to try to get a normal chick in bed within the first 3 days of your trip, that's where you're doing yourself a disservice. If you had any sense, you'd have your pay-for-play girls that you deal with your first couple of days, and then start to get to know some women down here in South America, some regular women as well. But some of you dudes, y'all only come down here for convenient sex. I ain't hating on you. I'm gonna say this again. I am not hating on you dudes that get the convenient sex. I ain't hating on that. You on vacation, you only gonna be here a few days, you trying to get it in. I got you, I understand. I ain't stupid. But for some of you dudes that been to DR 10 times, and all you do is just go for the scammers, the pay for play, and the party girls, that runs thin fast, bruh. That runs thin fast. And I'm gonna tell you something. You'll start to have to find yourself getting new friends. Because your old partners, they've moved on for what you're doing. It's some of you dudes that started hanging out with pay-for-play scammers and party girls 10 trips back. And the dudes who you was hanging out with then is a completely different group now. Completely different group. Because some dudes have decided that, you know, okay, party girls was cool the first couple times. Okay, I got scammed one time. Okay, cool. You know, the pay for play was good maybe the first 5 trips, but I'm not about to spend another 5 trips on the pay for play. I done found me a couple of regular girls in my roster, and I'm enjoying, you know, rotating them, regular women. And you ain't with that. You like scammers, pay for play, and party girls. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but not everybody gonna stay on that level, bruh. That's what my point is. Not everybody gonna stay on that level 10 trips deep in DR. You still doing the same shit. Not everybody gonna be on that for 10 trips deep. That might be you and a couple of other partners. But some dudes want to meet some dudes still got that hunter in them, that hunter. You know what I mean? Men are hunters by nature. Some dudes still like to walk up to women and talk them out of their name and get to know them. I'm not talking about running game. I'm just talking about being a regular dude, walking up on a woman, exchanging numbers and getting to know her, then walk up to the next woman. And the next thing you know, by the time you left DR, you got about 3 or 4, if not 5 women, phone numbers that you can converse with, preparing for your next trip to DR. Some of us still are hunters by nature. We don't need a convenient sex, not 10 trips deep. Not 10 trips and you ain't got no regular. Dude, I know dudes with no regular women in their phone. 10 trips deep. How the fuck you going to a country 10 trips deep and you ain't never got no regular women in your phone? You ain't met one. No, not at no grocery store. You ain't got no waitress phone numbers. You ain't got nobody that's walking down the street. Nobody working the mall. Nothing. Nobody's regular. Ain't nothing in your phone but party girls, scammers, and pay for play. And you expect the rest of us to stay with you in the kiddie pool. I'm gonna say that again. And you expect the same dudes that was with you on the first 4 or 5 trips to DR or Colombia or Thailand to still be in that same kiddie pool with you. When we in the big boy pool, we done went to the water park. You still in that kiddie pool, above ground kiddie pool, and we at the water park where all the ladies are. Don't think that everybody gonna keep on dealing with that, because men start to have 24/7 post-nut clarity. Like, man, pay for play is fun. It has its place. But not for 10 trips. Not 10 mother trips. Okay, though. But like I said, I ain't hating. Let me go to the comment section. Shout out to you guys being here. See a bit more lower. I hope that helps. Maybe I step back from the microphone a little bit. Thanks, conversation with Ivan. He says, sounds good to me. All right, brethren. Thank you very much, guys. Bobby says, once a man can control their lust and emotions, true. It takes away a woman's main bargaining chip. That's so true. I think one of the ways that makes it so easy for some of the guys that have come down here and met some good women, when they stop giving other women power over their nut. When they didn't think, because I'm gonna tell you something, you guys know this, you hear this all the time. Women in other countries, especially here in Colombia, I'm just talking about Colombia. Colombia women think that American men are nothing but arrogant sexaholics. That we're little boys. And I'm talking about Colombian women in their 20s and 30s. I'm not talking about the mature Colombian women only. I'm talking about women that are in their 20s, like 25, 21, 22, 27. They literally think we're nothing but sex crazed, immature, rude dudes that have money. That's it. They don't see us as men that read. I'm talking about if you're black or white, it doesn't matter. I'm not just talking about brothers. They don't see us as men that read books, build businesses, are parents in many cases. They don't see us as some of you guys may be firefighters and save somebody's lives. They don't see you guys as the essential workers such as truck drivers and the guys that work in the medical field, and the ladies that work in the medical field, police officers and military. They don't see personnel. They don't see that. They see us get off the plane with our tongues hanging out like werewolves, and we got a pocket full of money and we ready to throw it. And that's how they see us. There's nothing about us that says serious. And like I said, I hear them talk about it, black or white, doesn't matter. They will use a white dude just as much as they'll use a black dude. They'll use an Asian. They'll use all of us. They don't care. Why should they? Because we're a joke. We're a joke to them. I don't know if y'all sit back here, y'all think that y'all come to Colombia and these women are impressed. No, scammers, party girls, pay for play. In many cases, regular women think that you are a big ass joke. You a joke. The last man that got off the plane, he was a fucking joke. That's why he got drugged. You're a joke. Because of what the last man did. And you ain't even done nothing. So let's come to the reality, guys. Until we start letting these women see I can be trusted because I'm a decent dude. And I ain't got to be, I don't need to have the convenient sex all the time. That's when these women start taking you serious. You notice one of the number one things Colombian women ask men, what do they ask you? How long are you going to be here? Scammers ask because they want to scam you. Pay for play ask because they want to see how much money they can make off you as a repeat customer. Party girls want to know because you're going to be going to all the clubs that she can take you to. But regular women want to know to see if you're a serious dude. That's why regular women ask. If you're here for a week, notice, if you're here for a week, oftentimes it's like a 50-50 chance if a regular woman gonna give you the number or not. Because you're a joke. It's been spread around Colombia. Foreigners, the tourists, they're a joke. Get money from them, girl. Get a free meal from them, girl. Go ahead and get your hustle on. Scam them. They're a joke. What they gonna do? They can't call our police. They can't even speak Spanish. So they don't look at us as serious. And I don't know if any other content creator told y'all that. I'm telling y'all the truth. They do not see you as serious until you start carrying yourself among them as if you're serious. And the number one way you can do that is walking with 24/7 post-nut clarity. A, take them off the pedestal. B, make sure that you don't put them in a position. Let me make sure I get this right. Make sure that you don't put them in a position where you have false expectations. C, that convenient sex. It's cool, but it has its place. Convenient sex should not always be your agenda when you go to other countries. That's serious. If they see you at the party all the time, if they see you at the brothel all the time, you at the strip club all the motherfucking time, every week, at least you come here for 2 weeks and you've been to the strip club 8 times, they gonna take you. You're a fucking joke. You a joke. I'm not saying it. That's what they say. That's what I'm hearing the whispers in the trees. You are a joke. That's why some dudes ain't got nobody serious down here in Colombia. And then they want to look at me, talk about some, oh man, you lucky. Oh man, you came up. Oh man, you good. No. I learned that I had to start walking in 24/7 post-nut clarity. I could not let the coochie have power over me, bro. I couldn't let my bust in the nut have power over me. Because if I did it like I did when I first got here, the first few trips, I wouldn't have the person that I'm with. Why? Andrea wouldn't have took me serious. You just like the rest of them. Go on. No, I'm moving here. No, you ain't. Stop playing. I done heard that lie a bunch of times. You foreigners always tell that lie that you moving here. And they don't take us serious. I kid y'all not, man. Shout out to my man, Big Dave in the building. He said, Andre, have you done a show on how the laws treat men in Colombia in divorce compared to the States? Actually, Andre and I are supposed to do that one. That's a good idea. I'm gonna put that down on the agenda because we already have the notes and everything already set up, and we have all the paperwork. And so we just didn't do it. Maybe we'll just do that one this Sunday. I got a special one for y'all this Friday. Because the laws are completely, it's way different. Some of them are the same, but much of it is real. It's so simple down here, man. Way different. All right, shout out to my man Big Dave. Also, shout out to my man Will. Just landed in the U.S. See you in a few weeks. Oh, that's just a joke between me and Will. Hey, now this is dude down here. This is a guy that is a perfect example of how to do it as a single man in Colombia. Will is always down here, and that's not the key thing. Will lets his personality, his ability to get along with people, he goes some of everywhere in the community, and he meets a lot of women. He does. And he meets cool guys too. I mean, he's doing the textbook right. I kid you not. Nobody's doing it perfectly. I ain't doing it perfectly. But as far as how I see how Will carries himself, good dude, gets along with. I ain't seen nobody ever say, man, I don't like that dude, Will. You telling a lie. Will, one of them dudes that everybody like. Especially the ladies. Just be yourself. And that's the key. Just be whoever you are. Shout out to my man Dapper in the building. Dapper Don said, El Chapo. Shout out to El Chapo. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. I was just watching El Chapo the other night. El Chapo said the same thing you said, Andre, about the women in Thailand and Brazil. He even recommended men read a book, Private Dancer. Oh yeah, let me write that down. You guys always give me good books. I just got a book that Obsidian suggested, which was Don't Blame It on Rio. And it's about a book that a guy wrote regarding why men are leaving the States. And he wrote it from the perspective of as if he was writing to women. And the name of the book is called Don't Blame It on Rio. So I just got it. I'm going to be reading it over the weekend. Shout out to him. But yeah, shout out to El Chapo. Dude, El Chapo, married, good wife, living a good life. At the end of the day, it is possible. We all have had our wild years. But if you still want to live your wild years, there's nothing wrong with that. I kid you not. We got 72 people in the building. Make sure all 72 click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. We're about to go into the next video in a few moments, guys. Let me go through some more of these chats. He said, I just caught the math. $50 compared to 100. Yeah. Yeah. Man, you dudes up. Dude. I'm so glad I ain't out there in them streets for pay for play. Man, pay for play is so, the prices are just, I could see if, and I mean this in all sincerity, I'm not putting anybody down for pay for play. I could see if the prices went up, got you, inflation, prices go up, but the quality of women either stay the same or just a better quality. Like in the streets, They're no longer 7s. They're like 8s and 9s in the streets. I can see that. I can understand that. But for when me and Andre go to Cartagena and I see what's heading out to the clock tower, that's trash. From the videos that I've seen guys post and talking to dudes like Taylor Made Dreams, the quality of women that y'all sleeping with in DR, trash compared to how it used to be. And probably guys that are in Pattaya can say the same thing. The quality, trash, pure, unadulterated. I won't even sugarcoat it. Trash. You are paying more for trash. The woman that you think that you was with that's so fine, her skills and her abilities are trash compared to 5 or 6 years ago. It was nothing but quality out there at one point in time at a lower price. Now you're paying a higher price for pure trap. Whatever made you feel good for you dudes that are Medellin right now, whatever made you feel good, whoever she was last night, she's trash compared to just 5 years ago. But Andre, she made me cry. Dude, 5 years ago, y'all would have cried together. Yeah. Trash. I kid you not. Yeah, my man came out of that 600,000 jewelry fast. You meet a chick, and like I always say, I kid y'all not, man. One of the things that Colombian women, like I said, I can't say it for Brazil or other countries, the scammer, the pay for play, and the party girl, the one thing that they know before you get off that plane, that you are coming European, Canadian, American, U.S. citizen. You guys are coming from a hookup culture. You are accustomed to being able to get the coochie the first night, or at least trying to talk her out that coochie the first night. You are accustomed to one night stands to where you hit it and you can disappear to the next one. It's part of our American culture. And anybody that want to deny it, you a liar. And come tell me I'm a liar. We were raised in a hookup culture. We've been hooking up with chicks since high school. Some cases, some of you guys were in junior high school. Since high school, it was always that quick sex. On to the next one, on to the next, quick sex. Oh, you get a relationship, cool. Then at the relationship end, you smash your way through. We're accustomed, we were raised in that. These women weren't raised in that. I don't know what, I mean, I know it's hard for a lot of guys that go to DR, that go to Colombia, that go to other parts. They actually assume because the women that you deal with are party girls, scammers, and pay for play because they're easy, that means that the rest of the women in DR are easy, or the rest of the women in Colombia are easy. Bruh, not every culture is a hookup culture. So they know that and they play on it. They play on the fact that they know that you come from a country where it's automatically expected. And so for you to take them to your Airbnb is not strange. For you to take them to your hotel room, it's not strange. She's betting on you to have that hookup culture mentality. So when you get there, she can drug you. Just like the dude got drugged in the States and lost $600,000 worth of jewelry. Because they expect us to be thirsty. Can I put it like that? We are expected to be some thirsty mother. Soon that plane land and they see 10 men from the Western Hemisphere getting off that plane. They know, got him. They ain't never met you, ain't never saw you, don't know nothing about you, but you carry yourself like you from the West. We're gonna get them. And usually they do. We're gonna overprice them. We're going to rob them. We're going to get them to buy us drinks. They're going to pay our way to the party. They're going to pay our way to some of the most expensive restaurants. If I can't get you dudes to stop taking these chicks to these most expensive restaurants in Cali, Colombia, I swear, man, these chicks have never even... Some of these Colombian chicks have never even crossed the threshold to see what some of these restaurants look like on the inside. They will never be a cook or a dishwasher in these restaurants. A waitress, as fine as she is, she'll never even make it to be a waitress or a hostess in these restaurants. And what do I see? When I walk up in that restaurant, me and Andrea, is y'all with some buckethead scammer, party girl, or pay for play. At least when we walk up in that restaurant, we see a ton of sugar daddies. Oh, I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s in these type of restaurants. The women that you don't never see in Colombia if you ain't got that type of money. At least with the sugar daddies, they live here. They got the wifey at home, but they taking this dime of all dimes to this restaurant. I can respect them dudes. But y'all, baby, where you want to go out to? Well, I want to go to the cantina. Okay, you don't even know what the cantina is in Cali. And then you want to hit me up after. Some of the most expensive clubs in Cali. Y'all dudes will hit me up after. Hey, Dre, the chick asked me to take her to so-and-so club. It costs $170 for the whole night. Now I'm about to get to these cash apps too. Remember, guys, the cash apps for the next 4 months, all the way until December, all that money, all the proceeds go directly to the Children's Cancer Foundation. Last year, we gave $1,700. Automatically, Andre and I are giving $500. And so our goal is about $2,000 this year. So all cash apps go directly to, for the next 4 months, the Children's Cancer Foundation here in Cali, Colombia. And we're going to donate like we did last year, live on camera. Now we're about to watch the next video in a second, but I'm going to get to these cash apps. And I kid you not, I kid you not, it is so funny to see dudes hit me up after. Did I overpay, Dre? You paid $170 for a club? Yeah. What club y'all go to? We went to so-so. Oh, that is an expensive club. Me and Andrew been there a few times. It's a nice club. But not for no first date. What's my point? Once again, we as men think beauty comes with certain expectations. She's beautiful. That must mean, and we put in our mind whatever it is that comes after, that must mean. She's beautiful. That must mean she's been to this restaurant before. She's beautiful. That must mean she's not lying to me. She's beautiful. You fill in the blank. Post-nut clarity 24/7 says, just because she's beautiful, let me get to find out who she is. Unless she's a party girl, pay for play, or a scammer. Player with the passport says, facts, bruh. He said, cats unwilling to level up with normal women. I don't know why I don't get it. I try to tell them to learn the different stratums or zones so that they can deal with the professional women, but I get called a narcissist. Hey, I'm with you, brother. If you ain't got no other brother on your team, I'm on your team, man. There was only so much pay for play that I could do. There was only so many brothels and so many females that were party girls that I could holler at. I'm moving here. There's only so much partying I can do. I'm not just a vacation. I'm moving to this country now. I'm not trying to be with party girls all the time. And I live here all the time. In my 50s, I'm at the party every weekend, at the club every weekend. In your 50s? No, man, no, bruh, no. Even as a single man, sometimes you got to be like, no, let me spend some of my time in the gym. Let me spend some time just going for walks, get my health on track. Yes, let me bring the ladies through, but not partying all the time and you live in these locations now. That runs thin fast, even for a young person. So I'm with you on that one, brother. Black Haven says some dudes are consumed by the spirit of drinking. That is so true. I'm about to get to these cash apps, guys. That is so true. Shout out to my man Tevin in the building for the $10 cash app. Shout out also to the Wall Report for the $9.99. Also, once again, shout out to Tevin for the $20. The next $20, you the sponsor of the night, brother. And Obadiah. Love that name, bro. Mom did good. Sounds biblical. And the $5 cash app. Shout out to you guys for supporting the Children's Cancer Foundation. All right. Let's scroll down a little bit. I see all Stefanos. Shout out to my man Los in the building too. And Jay. Make sure you guys subscribe to Jay Fleming's channel. Salute to Jay. Oh, he said he in Theo's class right now. Shout out to my man Theo. Man, dude, we did that video, man. Dudes are still talking about that live stream. It's been almost 3 weeks. Dudes are still talking about that. Dude, I saw a brother in one of the travel groups. And like a travel group that I wasn't even connected with. And he somehow his comment ended up in another dude's comment that made it to one of the travel groups I'm in. And the brother was like, man, I'm so happy that I saw that live stream and I signed up for Theo's classes to learn how to do IT and cybersecurity and all the things that comes along with it, to get in the position to where I make really good money and I'll be able to live anywhere I want in the world. And that's what Theo is helping guys do. We're talking about a guy that actually did it, was happily married, living in Japan, 14 years. His wife passed on that he met in Japan. And we're talking about a dude that knows several languages, has traveled and lived in several parts of Europe. Just good, down to earth brother. He's working with Obsidian, and they're going to be doing the Manosphere Conclave this weekend in Atlanta. So any of you guys that's in the Atlanta area, man, I wish I was there for that. The Black Male or Manosphere Conclave meeting in Atlanta this weekend from the 8th through the 10th. Shout out to them. All right. And my man Black by Design is in the building, and he's clean, ladies and gentlemen, like he always is. Thank you for the $10 super chat. He says, sorry I'm late, coach. He said, I've been chilling tonight with friends. Shout out to the chat. He said, bourbon and beer on deck. Well, I could use some good bourbon. You guys always ask me, you like, Dre, what are you drinking? And I always be like, bring some Crown. Dude, I got cases of Crown now. Shout out to you guys. But that bourbon, yeah, if you guys remember your boy, bring some bourbon down, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Good bourbon. OG Will is in the building as well. Oh, there go Los. There go my man Los. He said, I found out I'll be able to apply for a permanent residency after 2 years with the visa. I found out that too, Los. I just found out like a couple weeks ago. You're right. If you are here under a 2-year visa in Colombia, I thought it was 5 years. Because my 5th year is, in a couple months. So I'm researching getting my permanent. I'm finding out that I could have got it a year 2. So Los is absolutely correct. Colombia is my new home. I ain't mad at you, brother. So yeah, year 2, when you get your first 2-year visa, you can actually apply for your permanent. There are 3 levels, guys, just in case you were wondering, here in Colombia. You got, actually 4. First level is your passport. You can use that for up to 6 months with a 90-day extension, of course. Second level is what Los and I have, which is the 2-year or in some cases 1-year visas. You just renew it. third level is what me and Los is talking about right now, which is the permanent visa. Now, you're not a citizen yet, but you have the permanent visa. 2 years after the permanent visa, you apply for your citizenship, and you are officially my country, 'tis of thee here, and my country, 'tis of thee in the United States. So yeah, those are the 4 levels of your citizenship here in Colombia. That's good to hear, Los. But yeah, I just found out, man. Shout out to Mo in the building. He said, tell him about it. He said, I've been traveling since 1998 via the military. Never looked back never looked back to date another woman from the U.S. Not one time. There's some gorgeous women in the States, but all women in the States, I put them in the friend zone long before I got married. We can be friends. Could you point me to the nearest airport? Living in Costa Rica now, shout out to you. Porta Vida. Yep. Shout out to you, man. I'm glad for you. Costa Rica's nice too. It really is. I got a couple partners down there. E&B in the building. For all you guys that are Travis Kelce fans with fantasy football, and you drafted Travis Kelce, the tight end, Hall of Famer, 34 years old for Kansas City, and you went on ahead, you drafted him in your draft number 1. My prayers go out to you, bruh. 2 days ago, he hyperextended his knee, and Travis Kelce gonna be out of the first 1 or 2 games. His first game is tomorrow night. I think it's against Pittsburgh or the Colts. Kansas City plays. I forget who they play tomorrow night, but your Travis Kelce won't be there for fantasy football. So never draft a tight end in the first round. Black Bat Design also says, he said, I'm sorry that I couldn't get in the class last year. I hope you get Cleo back now. Oh yeah, I will. We're gonna have Cleo around every 6 months. I mean Theo around every 6 months. My truck comes first. Absolutely. My truck comes first to get me to the next level. That's exactly how it's done. Exactly how it's done. All right. Let's scroll down. Let's go to get started into the next video, guys. Now, this next video, he said, I know you stack them. My horn again. I have never had my horn, and I've never had Travis. Nope. I had Travis Kelce in a trade 1 year. That's the only time I've ever had Travis Kelce. There were too many other good tight ends I could wait for. I just never was into that. Yeah. He said, you lose money chasing women, never lose women chasing money. Preach, Peter, preach. That's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. CBT in the building. He says, as a Raider fan, shout out to us Raider fans. As a Raider fan, they should rest Kelce all year just to be safe. I'm with you, brother. We got 66 in the building. Make sure everybody clicks that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. All right, guys. Shout out to you, CBT, for the $11 Cash App. Thank you for supporting the Children's Foundation, Cancer Foundation. Peter also already went through that with Peter. The next video that we're going to watch, guys, is going to be a sister speaking. And this is a Q&A. This is a really good, I kid you not, this is a really good channel. And the channel is called, let me pull this up real quick. Get this started. I want to keep it real with you. And she bringing that chocolate. She's a good looking one. And the channel is called We Need to Talk. I'm going to drop it. Actually, I'm going to drop their link in the description. It's called We Need to Talk. And they talk about on this one, post-nut clarity and why men are the way that we are. So let's get started with this particular video.
I want to live better, eat better. I want to love better, sleep better. Yeah, I want to feel so aligned. Sublime.
Okay, let's take it to another angle because I don't think it's talked about enough. I do think that, sometimes men will create a narrative to get what they want. Mm-hmm. That's true. That's 100% true. What makes it a bit more complicated is that sometimes it wasn't necessarily a narrative. It was that we realized after some time, we actually don't like you. I actually don't like this girl. I thought I did. I thought I could.
I thought I could is not the same as I did.
Well, so this is why it's complicated because men, have you ever heard the term post-nut clarity?
Yeah.
So men walk around in this haze, and unfortunately, it's because of our biological programming. Our program is to go forth and spread our seed, right? And because of that, we tend to pedestalize women prematurely.
Okay.
And the problem with pedestals, I might call it that, the problem with pedestals.
That's the name of this one?
Yeah. The problem with pedestals is that the only way to go is down, right? So when you find out that she actually doesn't look how you saw her across the party when she wakes up. She doesn't look like that all the time. She doesn't, she's a person, she's human.
Yeah.
Right? It's very easy to be disappointed, right? And that's what happens to a lot of guys. So some OGs will tell you, listen, before you go on a date or before whatever, beat your meat. So you can clear that haze and actually see her for what she is and who she is, as opposed to operating on that thirst and that, I gotta see what she look like naked and I gotta be inside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So sometimes, in men's defense, sometimes we just found out we don't actually like you.
Okay, but that doesn't take 3 months though, or a year.
Sure.
It doesn't take that long.
There's a guilt to that too, though.
What?
There's a guilt to that feeling that I'm describing. Because again, I've been a dude for a long time, and there is a guilt to it because it is weird. It's kind of like, with crackheads, you're chasing the high constantly. And with dudes, it's a little bit kind of like that too. I'm chasing that image of her that I made up in my mind.
Okay.
Right? Unfortunately, that only goes away with age and experience.
Yeah.
When the guy gets to the point, I've had sex with women, I know women, I can dialogue with women as human beings. And that's what I encourage. Mm-hmm. But starting off, because this usually happens with younger dudes, you know what I'm saying, college and shit like that. Starting off, that's what it is. He wanted to like you. Mm-hmm. And he wanted to want to like you. And eventually, you couldn't live up to the fairy tale he made up in his mind, because nobody can.
Right. That's why I do feel like, again, I think women have to move a little bit differently. Because that we allow those things to happen. I think that even despite some of our best efforts, and it's like, oh, well, he said he loved me and or likes me or whatever, and his actions show that. Just because somebody likes you doesn't mean that you need to go sleep with them, though. Man or woman, like that doesn't mean that. And so I think that there needs to be more intentionality again.
I agree, 1,000%.
Yeah, because some of this stuff, you can realize, you can think I'm pretty all that you want, but if we don't connect on, an intellectual and a spiritual level and all those things, we don't have any business sleeping with each other or anything else.
Pretty isn't sustainable.
No, it's not. It really isn't, because if something, no.
And I feel, and the thing is, this just kind of popped in my mind. I think that's also part of the reason why women gravitate towards certain types of men, because I think they innately understand that. Because I've had women, for instance, tell me like, I know he doesn't really like me. He just wants to sleep with me. Like a part of y'all kind of knows that this nigga has a built up idea of who I am, and I'm really not her. I'm not that polished. I'm not that perfect. But he can't see past the titties and ass and the face and the whole nine. So that's why I kind of encourage dudes to be more pragmatic with their because it's all like a cycle. We do this, so y'all do that. So we do this, so y'all, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to JB. JB.
And so let me take care of this. Keep turning that volume down. Several things that they mentioned in this regarding post-nut clarity. First thing is, he said that before busting that nut, we got a false image of women. We do. Remember what I just mentioned? We think that beauty equals. Before you bust that nut, many of us have this idea, this image of what this beauty equates to. We think that she's spiritually pure based on what we think. We think that she's the funnest of all fun girls based on what we think. So a lot of times we make mistakes just because of the booty in the beauty. Never trust a big butt and a smile. You didn't just say don't trust a big butt, but the beauty of a smile, the smile of a woman, beautiful, her radiance. Don't just trust it. This gentleman just said that when it comes to that post-nut clarity, we can see her for who she is. You ever had post-nut clarity and it showed you everything that you liked about a woman? I never have. Every time I had post-nut clarity, it showed me what I didn't like about the woman. It showed me post-nut clarity has never made me say, dude, she's gonna make a good friend, mother, co-parent, business partner. She's gonna make a nice supporter. She's gonna be a great cook. Post-nut clarity never tells you that. Post-nut clarity usually tell you, why am I here? Why am I with this fool? Why am I dealing with this? What was I thinking? Especially when you got post-nut clarity for somebody that you done already smashed in the past. That is probably some of the roughest, most clearest post-nut clarity I had ever had. I done already smashed this chick. The relationship was over 7 months ago. We see each other, exchange numbers. All we know is 3 days later, I'm breaking her back in. As soon as I bust that nut, everything that reminded me why I broke up with her ass 6 months ago comes to mind. Oh, now I know why I left her. Now I see why I'm not with her. Them the ones that make you mad at yourself. Sometimes post-nut clarity make you mad at yourself a lot of times. Like, man, I just remember why I stopped fucking with her. She did sleep with one of my boys. She is stingy with the coochie on a regular basis. She is funny styling like the gossip about other people's business. That's why I stopped fucking with her. I remember why I stopped. But before you bust that nut, sometimes you don't even remember why you stopped messing with somebody. Them the worst ones. Not the new ones that you get clarity about. The ones that you knew you ain't had no business going back to. And you end up bust on her back again. And you start thinking to yourself like, oh, snap. This was the one that scratched up my car and busted my windows out. Oh, this is the one that set a rabbit on fire in my house. She burned a rabbit. This the one. Why did I go back to Glenn Close? Why did I go back to Glenn Close? Shout out to Fatal Attraction. This is what post-nut clarity will do for you guys. If you walk in it in a 24-hour mindset, it will keep you away from women that you don't want, like, or need. I'm going to say that again. When you walk in 24-hour post-nut clarity, you will notice that you will not be dealing with women that you don't want, like, need when it comes to your time, your energy, and your money. I'm going to say that one more time. When you find yourself walking in 24-hour, women can't control me with their beauty. They can't control me with their sex. I have sex. I deal with beauty on my own terms. That means that you no longer deal with women that you either know that she's got a personality or something about her that you don't like, that you don't want something about her, and that you don't need. And you don't let her beauty keep you around, or her booty keep you around, due to the fact that you are ignoring that you don't like her, that you don't need her, and that you don't want her. What do I mean by that? You are no longer using, because of her beauty, your time, your money, or your energy. Those are the three elements of a man. The three areas that you're going to be judged by. How you use your time on this planet, your money or your resources, and your energy. All men are judged by that. All men. It doesn't matter if you're still in the jungle, you got a spear. How you use your time, your resources, and your energy, that's how you're judged as a man from the dawn of time. So don't be mad at women when they want a provider of resources, or a man who knows how to use his time wisely, a go-getter, a man that has time or energy to accomplish things. You can't be mad at women for that, because we've always been judged for that. Always. But when you got post-nut clarity, you know, I ain't got to get out of way so easy. I don't give my time away so easily. I don't give my energy away so easily. I don't just get off the plane just because you fine. Dude, I told y'all the story. Dude, I kid y'all not. The story of when I first got to Medellin, first night. My Airbnb, I didn't know about a Parque Yeris at that time period. It just so happened to be in Parque Yeris, like in the heart of Parque Yeris, in Medellin. I'm walking back to my Airbnb. I just left the bars. I'm saying nothing but gorgeous women. I just left. I'm going back to my Airbnb. Back to my hotel. It's only a few blocks away. Dude, I bumped. I'm just kind of like daydreaming as I'm walking. I bumped right into this sister. Dude, one of the baddest sisters I've seen since I've been down here. And that was on my first day in Medellin. This sister from head to toe, bad, straight 9. Kelly Rowland complexion, chocolate like the sister we just looked at, everything. We start conversing, blah, 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 blah. She said, you come. She said, come down and come hang out. Your first night here, come hang out with me. I got some friends down here that own a couple clubs. Come hang out with me. I could have easily did that. She got friends, that own a couple of clubs. Cool. So she know where to go. She hot to death. I got the American mindset that I'm gonna smash the first night because I was raised like that. One night stands. You know what I did? Got her phone number and took my happy tail right to my Airbnb. I was exhausted. I'm exhausted, and drinking would not been a good mix for me. Now, at that time period, I didn't know anything about anybody getting scopomined and drugged and robbed. I didn't know nothing about that. My first time in Colombia. Nobody was really talking about it like that at that time period. But I knew in my mind, I wanted to get some rest. My first day, I'm tired. Girl, give me a number. I'll beat you back in tomorrow. But right now, I'm tired. Why? Because I don't waste my time, my money, or my energy on beautiful women by way of letting them have control of whether I like, I want, or I need them. If you continue to let beauty control what you like, what you want, and what you need, you will never get ahead as a man, because you will always be under the control of beauty. Because you'll say she's beautiful, therefore you'll always have an excuse for her beauty. You'll always have an excuse for a fat ass. You'll always have an excuse for her small waist. You'll always have an excuse for her dimples, her green eyes, her curly hair, her straight hair. You will always have an excuse. Years will go by and dudes will be like, dude, you got a big scar on your head from the time that she hit you with a crowbar across your head and you still with her. Why? Dude, them green eyes, dog. That's the head, dog. Because she got a fat behind, green eyes, blue eyes, gray eyes, hazel eyes, gold eyes. You're sitting back dealing with women. You giving your like, your need, and your want to a woman just because you think that beauty equates to something. And you've been with her for 5 years, it ain't equate to nothing. That's why when I asked the question a minute ago, how many of you guys are still with the most beautiful woman that you have ever been with? Nobody put anything in the comment section. You know why? Because the baddest chick that all of us have been with, she ain't make the cut. Because there was something about her after we done bust that nut a couple times, we realized, even though she fine, dude, you know how many times I have told dudes after I'm dealing with a headache of a fine chick, my boys be like, man, your woman fine. I be like, dog, you can have her. And I don't literally mean that, but I mean you can have. Yeah, one of my exes had gold eyes. Yeah, she did. Literal. It was like a cross between like hazel but it wasn't quite deep hazel, but it was almost like but they weren't brown. It was like right there was just the exact color of gold. And I've seen a couple people like that where their eyes are kind of like more of a gold than it is hazel or brown. And dude, you sit back and you tell yourself, why am I wasting my time with this chick? If I had a dime for every hot chick that I told you got to go, you dudes would have called me crazy. And I know some of you dudes in the comment section, put a 1 in the comment section if you had ever had to kick a hot chick out your life. I put a 1. I done kicked many a hot chicks out of my life. I put a 1. Put a 1 in the comment section if you have ever had to kick a chick that every other dude would have been on his knees for. That chick that dudes was hollering about, I drink her bath water. You couldn't wait to get her out of your life. I know I've kicked plenty, dude. I'm talking about the baddest of the baddies. All her friends fine, her mama fine, cousins fine, grandmama still looking good, all her aunties fine in church, and I couldn't wait to get rid of her. Couldn't wait. One chick was so hot she couldn't even last 2 weeks. I told her after 2 weeks, your time in my life has expired. I can't stand being around you. Every other dude was like, if she was mine, oh my God, she could be yours. This was the chick I told y'all that she had the weed habit and she drank weed for breakfast. She smoked weed for breakfast. Weed was her coffee. Weed was her lunch. Weed was brunch. Weed was a snack. Weed was her late night meal. She used to sip, dude. That's all she did. I didn't know that when I first got, because I'm letting beauty blind me. I'm thinking like y'all thinking. She's beautiful, therefore she's attractive, therefore it must mean I'm filling in the blanks. Dude, after that posting that clarity, I was like, dude, and I was thinking, you know how sometimes you try to keep a hot chick around thinking that you just imagining some stuff. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Okay, she does sound like Kim Kardashian. She talks through her nose. And so maybe it's not as bad as, I'm thinking what it is. No, it is as bad. I can't stand women when they talk through their nose. I can't stand that. All them California girls that talk through their nose, or the black girls that talk like white girls and they talk through their nose. I can't stand it. I swear I can't. I'm gonna get to these cash apps in a minute, fellas. I kid you not. So, dude, I thank you for putting the ones in the comment section, because I know I am not the only one that has had to tell a hot chick, get the and I'm talking about get the hell on, and I don't never want to sleep with you again. Ever sleep with you again. I never make that. There's some hot chicks I know I would never make that mistake again. No. So, fellas, if you're going to walk in 24/7 post-nut clarity, even before I got married, I had already come to the conclusion I'm not about to waste my time, my money, let me put it like this. How I was able to allow the universe to introduce me to my wife, I began the process, even while I was in the States, to not waste my time, my money, my energy on women that I knew I wasn't going to like, I wouldn't need, and I wouldn't want beyond their beauty. If all they had to bring to the table was beauty, and the only thing that I liked and I wanted and I needed was their beauty and their booty, I decided I wasn't gonna waste my time, my money, and energy on them anymore. And that's why it made it so easy for me to get my passport. And that's why it made it so easy for me to start traveling to different countries. Because I was no longer caught up on the women in the United States and their beauty and their booty. Because even though we know it's United States is 70% obesity, we do got some fine ones in the States too. Let's not get it twisted. There's some nicey-niceys in the States too. But at the end of the day, fellas, I'm telling you, that 24/7 post-nut clarity, knowing that I wasn't going to waste any more money on unnecessary women because of their looks, knowing I was not going to waste any more energy on certain women because of their looks, knowing that I was not going to waste my time with certain women because of their looks. And the sister, before we go into the comments, the sister in the video, Miss Chocolate, she said this, but it doesn't take y'all 3 or 9 months to find out. I like his answer, but I'll answer it even better. And let me know if I'm lying, guys. Yes, sister, it doesn't take us 3 months to 9 months to find out if we want to be with you or not. Now, the one brother said we keep that fantasy of you in our head, hoping that eventually y'all will fulfill our dream of the fantasy that we have for you because you're beautiful. True. He's right. But I want to add more to that. He's right. But in addition, we keep y'all around because y'all convenient. I'm sorry, American woman. Y'all easy to get. I can get you, and you ain't talked to me in 6. Come on, guys. How many times we done had a female we ain't talked in 3 to 6 months, and we smashing her all winter, and she know once February 13th hit, she ain't gonna see us on the 14th. Ain't no Valentine's Day. You might see me on the 17th of February, 16th of February, but you ain't gonna see me on no Valentine's Day. You won't be seeing me on the 14th. And the same routine happens every year. As soon as spring hits, I disappear. She don't hear from me until like mid-October. You smash her through the winter. You got your winter. It's like us brothers from the Midwest, right? Check it out. Or us brothers from up north. You got your summertime car and you got a wintertime beater that you got. Wintertime beater, you ain't trying to be fancy. You ain't trying to be smooth. You know you driving on black ice. You know it's going to be salt trucks out there and salt. You know it's going to be snow that you're dealing with. You know that you just want to make sure you got the best winter tires. You ain't trying to be flying the wintertime. You got your summertime ride. That's the one that you waxing every other weekend. You got the nice sound system in that one. That's the see, all us from the Midwest, the 2-car dudes, that y'all know what we talk about. All you New Yorkers, y'all don't drive cars like that. And we understand, because of the population. But us in the Midwest, 2 cars. You got a summer car and you got a winter car. Or at least you got summer tires and winter tires. You guys can relate to me, you Midwesterners. It's the same thing with women. There are women, certain women we just keep around because they convenient. I'm sorry, sis. I wish I could say it in a nicer way. You easy to get to. Well, why does it take so long to find out? No, it took so long. We knew that you weren't the one. We knew you weren't the one that we liked, wanted, or needed to spend time, money, and energy with in the relationship, no matter how fine you are. But we ain't stupid. We knew you were fine, and you were convenient. That's why we kept you around for 9 months, 3 months, 3 years. You easy. You the sex dude. Put a 1 in the comment section, because I'm about to do it now. If the easiest chicks you ever got with were some of the hottest chicks that you've been with. I'm talking about some of the easiest chicks that you ain't got to call her every day. You could call her every 3 months. Some of the hottest, some of the most attractive women that I've been able to just get conveniently like nothing are some of the hot chicks. Some of the hottest, you would think hot chicks would be, well, if you don't want me, somebody will. Dude, you could call a hot chick 6 months later and you smashing her 6 days later. Dude, hot chicks are so freaking easy, dude. Once you smash that once or twice, they convenient. And they think that their beauty makes them immune from you putting them through what you would put a fat chick through, or unattractive. He won't do that to me. He'll do that to a fat chick. He'll do that to an unattractive woman, but he won't. No, boo. If you convenient, we gonna use you just like we use a fat chick. Don't think that do not, all you dudes that ain't never had an 8, 9, or 10, do not think that them beauty chicks, them beautiful hot chicks, they got the 6, 7 figure job, they got the nice cars. We use them for convenience too. Convenience, dude, the easiest. Oh my God, hot chicks are so easy. Now, sometimes they may not be easiest to get initially, but once you smash the first or second time, man, dude, I had hot chicks, man. I was smashing 8 years. Dude, I had a couple story time. I got hot chicks back in the day that I smashed for up to 8 years. Couldn't tell you their name if you put a gun in my head. Couldn't tell you their name. Dude, I'm talking about going back every 6 months. I had hot chicks. I was my first Brazilian. You know, I got a story for everything. First Brazilian. That's when I first found out about Brazilians being the nastiest, freakiest, super anal. You know what I mean, fellas? All you guys that go to Brazil know what I mean about the anal. I couldn't tell you her name. I'm talking about after 2 weeks being with her. 8 years later, she was convenient. I had a convenient rotation. Okay, I got a convenient one in Detroit. I got one in Bmore. I got 2 convenient ones in the Chi. I got like 3 in Indianapolis. Oh, I got a convenient one. Dude, if I wasn't married, I could fly to California right now. I got a convenient hot one. So when the female, thank you for all the ones in the comment section, because we ain't crazy. I'm hitting the super chat in the cash apps in a second. So we ain't crazy. Some of the most convenient women are hot chicks. That's why us dudes that's in this group, in the comments, that's why we be looking at you dudes that overpay for pay-for-play beauty. When you come down to Colombia acting thirsty or simping, we be scratching our head like, what are you doing? Oh, she's so fine. Dude, Do you know? We know that she's so fine now that after 3 times of smash at her, you're gonna look at her like you're gonna be looking over her shoulder at the next fine chick that's walking through. Us who have been there with beautiful women, no, it ain't all it's cracked up to be. Will men stop pursuing beautiful women? No, we ain't stupid. We'll keep smashing beautiful women as long as they make it convenient. And that's what beautiful women don't realize. You play yourself just like the fat chick, just like the ugly chick, just like the normal nerdy chick. You play yourself. I kid y'all not, dudes. And I love these guys putting the ones in the comment section. Man, dude, some of the hottest dude, I could not do you know how many women I could not tell you their name? Literally, dude, literally after the female had told me her name in conversation and put it in my phone. If I didn't literally have it in the phone, I could not tell you her name, and I would be smashing her for 4 or 5 years. Everybody was baby. Everybody was this nickname or that nickname. So I never had to use a real name. And everybody I was using for convenience. I didn't have to see you every day, so I didn't have to know your name every day. All I need to know when I flew up to Detroit, I got my Brazilian up there. Hey, baby. She hot. She 5'10", Brazilian. Beautiful hair going down her back. And I'm up in them guts from the behind, from the booty hole. What I need to know your name for? And don't act like I'm the only. Put a 1 in the comment section if you had chicks that you were smashing and you couldn't remember that particular female name. Am I the only one that smashed a chick for a hot minute? And if somebody was to ask you, what's her name? Lawanda? I'm about to put a lot of ones. I know I ain't the only one that smashed the chick and could not tell you her name. And I'm talking about some beautiful women. I couldn't tell you, bruh, I couldn't tell you their name for nothing. For nothing. They would tell me, especially if it ended with an A, Shawanda, Lawanica, Shanika, Tanya, Keisha. If it ended with an A, you can forget me remember your name, because there's so many of y'all name end with an A. I might remember an initial. Hey, K. Q, you know you my girl. That's it. He said 1. He said, I've had it in my phone as beloved 1, beloved 2. Dude, I've had him in my phone and couldn't remember okay, is this Tanya 1 or Tanya 2? If I make a mistake and call the wrong one. Dude, I told y'all the one time I went to the club. I went to the club to meet I went to a club, met this one beautiful sister, right? Got her number. Soon as she walks out, another hot one walks in, hotter than her. I'm like, man, I exchanged numbers with her. Remember, America's a hookup culture. So I got 2 phone numbers, right? I ain't looking at no Andre. They ain't looking at no names. I just put the numbers, back then, you just put the number in your pocket. And you ain't put it in your cell phone yet. Those still the days where people just, still, even though cell phones were around, people still doing the old school way with a piece of paper. So club get ready to close. I call one of the little females. Now I'm thinking that I get the answer. It's female number 1. Number 2 was the fine one. Number 2, number 1 was nice. So I'm talking to number 1, blah, 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 blah. What you doing? I'm on my way. Okay, boo. I go over there. I get there, park my car, walk out my car, get ready to walk up the steps. Coming down the stairs is fine female number 2. I thought I was talking to female number 1. The whole time I'm hooking up my little one night stand with the gorgeous female number 2. And I couldn't tell you her name because I hadn't looked at the pieces of paper other than to make the phone calls. And I let them know who I was. I probably said their name one time. May I speak to Shamanica? Yes. Hey, Shamanica, this is Andre from the club. Blah, 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 blah. That's the only time I ever said their name from the time that I knew them. I didn't say I was right. I'm not saying that that's how it's to be done. I'm just letting you know that I know, I ain't the only one that was like that. Y'all can't tell me that y'all remember everybody's name. I didn't care nothing about them females. I know y'all name more than I knew their names. Convenience. Hot women in the States are often just as convenient as big girls in the States and normal girls in the States. Being hot, dude, to some of us dudes, it ain't an advantage like it's sold to be, like it's told to be sold. So at the end of the day, we're going to end this live stream. I'm about to go to the comment section, but I'm about to go to the super chats right now. All right, the reptilian representative. Respect to you, Dre. After years of pipelining online to connect with beautiful women on rotation throughout Africa, I could care less about pay for play. Absolutely correct. The online opportunities now, if you do it right, to meet women, you ain't really got a trip anymore. You ain't even got a trip anymore. You can sit back and enjoy your days, your life. Ain't even got to do pay for play anymore when you do it right. Shout out to you. Shout out to Black by Design also for the $5. He said, this is why I don't go after women with makeup. I love that natural beauty. That's true. I need to see I need to see the natural you. This is true. The convo had to be on point. The convo does have to be on point. I need to see where your head is at. Absolutely. Because a lot of times thanks again, brother, because a lot of time post-nut clarity lets you know you with somebody that's dumb as a box of rocks. Do you know a lot of times, it's kind of funny that Black by Design would say that. Do you know a lot of times I would stop dealing with women because it was easy to get attractive women. So I'm looking for somebody I can at least halfway have halfway fun or decent conversation with. Dumb as a box of rocks, or they got an attitude, or they're too earthy, or they're too masculine, or they're too political. The white man this, the white man, you like, see, no, not all day. And so a lot of times I got rid of women just because of this, because of where their mind were. I kid you not. They were still beautiful, but I got rid of them because the mind wasn't right. You too dumb for me. Dumb. So dumb they can't even spell rest. Goodness gracious, man. I kid you not. Shout out to you guys. All right. All right, guys. We're about to end this live stream. I didn't want to keep you guys too long. This 2-hour live stream is during the week, and I know you guys got to work. We got a really good business one this weekend. This Friday night, Drinking Hands is going to be an excellent business. Have to do with real estate, banking in other countries, buying property in other countries. So we're going to be talking about that. So I'm going to have a speaker here this weekend. You guys are going to really bring it. Oh, my man, Passport Master TV. Shout out to you, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. Andre, didn't you once put up a video on how to open a bank account in Colombia. We're going to talk about that as well this weekend. I'm glad that you said that. I actually did that, but then I found out some updated information on banking in Colombia as well. So we're going to talk about that this weekend also. So I'm glad that you brought that. Thank you for the $9.99 super chat. But yeah, Friday's going to be a really good one. Friday night fantasy football at some point. Yeah, we're going to start talking about fantasy football again this Friday too. Might be Sunday night too. It depends. Until next time, my brethren. Until next time. Also, guys, make sure you guys support the other channel. Oh yeah, I need the other channel that I was talking about. Let me click that link, which is I'm going to put in the comment section, which is We Need to Talk. It's a really good and it looks like a brother that brings on nothing but attractive women, sits them down in the chair and asks them questions. No other women influencing their thoughts, just one woman, one chair, and this brother just goes back and forth in the conversation. You never see him. He's like Vlad. You never see him. Just back and forth conversation. So yeah, here's the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to theirs, and make sure you guys subscribe to, if you haven't already, subscribe to Travel Unravel, our other channel that Stefano always drops the link for us. So I appreciate that as well. I'm out of here, guys. Make sure that you walk in 24/7 post-nut clarity. Do not give your money, energy, and time to women just because they're beautiful. They got to bring something else to the table as well. Talk to you guys later. I'm about to get some rest, relax with my lovely wife, Andrea Wallace Spence.